Hi everyone, Jordan from ENTTEC here. With the recent release of the new CVC4, we thought we'd put together a couple of videos exploring some of the features of the CVC4 and why they make it a really neat and powerful LED driver. Today we'll discuss what PLink is, how it's different to other forms of data that you may be familiar with, and how this core feature overcomes some of the limitations associated with traditional DMX control. PLink data is an ENTTEC-only protocol that we came up with to control pixel and non-pixel LED controllers. Now, if you're already familiar with ENTTEC control solutions, you may have already come across PLink data in the form of a pixelator system. PLink is the data that goes from your pixelator or pixelator mini into your PLink injector. In this use case, it's employed to control a pixel lighting system like pixel tape or dots, like our new SPXL40 system. It's similar to DMX, but has a few differences that we can see highlighted by the new CVC4. The CVC4 is meant to control constant voltage RGB or RGBW LED tape or panels. It receives data via DMX or PLink, and it receives DC power from a regulated supply. Once you've provided data and power to the CVC4, it will begin to control the power output to your LEDs using PWM. So, in this respect, it's quite similar to a regular DMX controller. In fact, if you wire it up with DMX, it works exactly like a DMX decoder. You can daisy chain these units at the input port by splitting off a DMX line at the terminal and running it to other units. If you choose to control your CVC4 like this, you'll be subject to the limitations of DMX. That is, you can only connect a maximum of 32 of these devices per chain. If you have to do more than that, you have to start running a new DMX universe, meaning another cable run, or you have to use a splitter, meaning a higher equipment cost. Regardless of how many universes that you want to use, you'll need to make sure that you wire up a DMX terminator at the end of every DMX line. You'll also need to make sure that you manually address every CVC4 via RDM if you want them to act independently. Let's have a look at a hybrid DMX PLink system next. In this system, we have DMX coming into the first CVC4, then PLink data daisy chaining between the CVC4s after that. Right here is where you see some of the main differences between PLink and DMX. When daisy chaining with PLink data, you're not limited to 32 devices per chain. This means there's no need for extra DMX universes or physical outputs or cable runs from your controller or a splitter just to get more out of that one universe. Now we can use a whole DMX universe without the need for a splitter. And conveniently, we don't need to use a DMX terminator, and the CVC4s will auto-address down the line. Now, let's have a look at a full PLink system. Here, we have PLink data coming into the first CVC4 from a pixelator or pixelator mini controller. Just like in the hybrid system, we're not limited to 32 devices per chain. In fact, with PLink, we can support up to 2 universes daisy chained together. That's up to 340 CVC4s chained together without needing splitters, terminators, or addressing. So there you have it, PLink data explained. It's a little bit like DMX, but with a few neat little changes that make it way more friendly for larger installations where you might need hundreds or even thousands of CVC4s. Well, that's it for today's video. Like, share, and subscribe if you found this video useful. Comment down below if you think there's something we missed or you've got any more questions about today's video. Don't forget to check out our social media pages and stay tuned for more CVC4s and more helpful ENTTEC tips.